This week on 8-Time Reviews, we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. Today I'm going to be reviewing a stand-up comedy routine performed by my all-time favorite comedian, Anthony Jeselnik. So this weekend, my friend and I drove down to Santa Barbara to go see Anthony Jeselnik perform live at the Jalapeno Theater and for his stand-up tour called Funny Games. And I thought, man, this would be an awesome thing to review. I'm going to try not to be biased on this one because he is my favorite comedian, but he's also really known for dark humor, and I know most people aren't really into that. Some of you may not know about this, but comedy shows usually open up with an opening act. Like they have another comedian before the main comedian, just kind of warm up the crowd. And the comedian that they have for this was a woman named Mo Welch. And let me tell you, she was a phenomenal start to the show. One, she had a humor that was similar to Anthony Jeselnik's, definitely more tame than his, but similar, kind of just a good way to test the boundaries of the crowd, and that was basically her purpose there. And I thought that she blew it out of the water. She was a great warm-up, had me and my homie just cracking up from the start, and I was like, by the end of her show, I was like, all right, now I'm ready for Anthony Jeselnik. And then Anthony came out, and that was, I'm trying not to be biased here, because I really love Anthony Jeselnik. One thing that I really enjoy about his comedy, and he definitely did it in this show, is just the pacing of his jokes. Like he goes on like about a minute long tangent on something, and he says things where you're like, okay, I see where this joke's going, haha, it's funny. And then like at the end where he like says something that's kind of like the punchline, you're like, all right, that was funny. And then he just takes a left turn, says the actual punchline, you're like, whoa, oh no, that's so awful. And the punchlines are always like much worse than what you expect it to be, but it's funny. You can't help but laugh. If I had to be disappointed in one thing about this show, is he usually is interacting with the crowd more in his jokes. Like he'll ask someone a question like, oh, what's your name? Or he'll talk to someone and then lead on into the next joke. But this show, he like did kind of one interaction. He just said he hated one member of the audience and everyone laughed, and then that was the end of it. So I was disappointed in not seeing that trademark Jeselnik thing. One thing that I really admire about Anthony Jeselnik is that when he goes out on stage, he's not looking for a positive or a negative reaction. He's just looking for a reaction. He's really good at getting the crowd to react at what he's saying. And one of the ways he does that is just his tone of voice. Like he keeps a constant, dry, emotionless tone of voice, kind of like this, but he turns it down a bit, gets it real quiet, makes it nice and smooth and relaxing. That way, you gotta lean in and like, what is he saying? Like, you really gotta listen to what he's saying. And then he hits you with that punchline, and it's the same tone. Like his voice reflection doesn't change at all. It's just that regular tone, and then you hear it and you're like, wait, what? And then you get your reaction. Either you're laughing your butt off, which me and my friend were doing, or you're getting angry at him and walking out of the theater, which people also did. We even saw a girl crying about what he was joking about, and we were like, dang, this dude has something. I absolutely love Anthony Jeselnik. I had an amazing time at the performance. My friend had an amazing time at the show. We were just laughing like crazy. It was so much fun being there. But when I'm doing these reviews, I have to keep in mind that all my viewers, the general population, are gonna be tempted to watch him, and that's where I have to put this warning label on. I have to be aware that his comedy is very dark. He jokes about things that is really bad. Like if you think of all the bad things that's happened the past few years in this country, I guarantee you he makes jokes about them. I have to keep that in mind when I'm recommending things like that to you. So because of that, I'm going to have to give Anthony Jeselnik's Funny Games stand-up comedy tour a Batman heroic rating. His performance itself was really good, and I was entertained the whole time, but I have to take in consideration the fact that his comedy is just not for everyone. So what do you guys think of my review? Do you agree or disagree? Have you ever watched Anthony Jeselnik before? Let's talk about it down in the comments below. And if you like what you saw here today, please don't forget to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, also hit that subscribe button. The quest for 100 subscribers continues. And I'll see you all next Monday for another episode of A-Town Reviews. Peace out.